Most horror stars make you scream. Vincent Price made you shiver, with pleasure. With that elegant purr of a voice, waxed eyebrows arched in permanent mischief, and the air of a man who'd poison you with a glass of Burgundy, and then recite Shelley over your body, Price became more than an icon. He became a mood, a lifestyle, and maybe the weirdest Renaissance man Hollywood ever birthed. Chapter 1. The Boogeyman with a Bachelor's Degree. Born in 1911 to money and manners in St. Louis, Missouri, Price was never supposed to be scary. He studied art history at Yale, traveled Europe like a proper gentleman, and dreamed of being a curator, not a killer. But once he hit the stage in London, the velvet villain inside woke up. He had the height, the face, the diction, and that silky voice, straight from a Gothic novel read by candlelight. By the 1940s, Price became Hollywood's go-to charming menace. His specialty? Making evil look delicious. And he was just getting started. Chapter 2. House of Wax and Winks. In the 1950s, 3D horror had a moment, and Price owned it. House of Wax, 1953, was a sensation, a wax museum, a disfigured madman, and Price in full creepy control. Audiences shrieked, critics sneered. Vincent? He ate it up. He knew it was camp. He leaned in. This wasn't the rugged horror of Lugosi or the monstrous grunt of Karloff. This was theatrical evil, refined, unbothered, flamboyant. And Price never looked back. Chapter 3. The Secret Menu. While he terrified people on screen, off-screen Vincent was pure hospitality. He was a gourmet chef who released multiple cookbooks with his wife Mary, including A Treasury of Great Recipes, which reads like a Michelin-starred fever dream. He cooked duck and port wine, lobster à l'américaine, and authentic coq au vin. He guest-hosted The Tonight Show and brought his own soufflé pan. Fans begged him to sign horror posters. He brought caramel flan. Chapter 4. Queer Whispers and Velvet Secrets. Vincent Price was married twice and had a daughter, but the whispers never stopped. He was famously open-minded, flamboyant, and deeply involved in LGBTQ+ advocacy later in life. And while never publicly out, those close to him, and those who paid attention, knew Vincent Price was not bound by straight lines. One former lover, interviewed anonymously after his death, said, "He kissed like he was about to commit a murder. You never knew which was coming." Bisexual, pansexual, asexual, who knows? Price never labeled. He just lived artfully. Chapter 5. Thriller, Bats, and Biting Fans. In 1982, Michael Jackson was recording Thriller and wanted spooky royalty to top it off. They called Vincent. He showed up. One take. He delivered the most iconic rap in music video history with campy menace and a smirk. "Darkness falls across the land." Snap. Done. $20,000 check. Price walked out like a legend. He also received unusual fan requests, including one woman who asked him to bite her neck. He obliged. Gently. Twice. Because when you're Vincent Price, you give the people what they want. And what Price wanted? Oh, it was strange. Elegant, eccentric, deliciously Vincent. Here's a little something extra. Strange Interests of Vincent Price. Art collector extraordinaire. Owned over 9,000 works and helped create the Vincent Price Art Museum at East LA College. His idea of fun? Curating a gallery between takes on a horror set. Gourmet chef and cookbook author, co-wrote A Treasury of Great Recipes and Come Into the Kitchen cookbook. His kitchen essentials? Garlic, burgundy, and a flair for drama. Baseball devotee. A dedicated Los Angeles Dodgers fan who'd skip studio parties for game night. He was known to narrate home runs with Shakespearean flair. Poe, Shakespeare, and ghastly verse. He didn't just perform horror. He read it. Passionately. especially the works of Edgar Allan Poe. The Raven was practically a lullaby. Antique weaponry enthusiast, kept a collection of vintage daggers and swords, used one as a letter opener because of course he did. Theatrical neckbiter, upon request. Yes, he bit her, then offered to balance it out. Behind the camp and capes was a man who refused to be boring. He lived as if he were hosting a dinner party in a haunted castle. Final curtain. Vincent Price was a haunted house with a velvet rope. He terrified, delighted, cooked, kissed, painted, and bit his way into the bloodstream of pop culture. He made horror elegant. He made elegance spooky. And he never once apologized for being strange, beautiful, or a little bit wicked. Some say the devil wears Prada. But if you ask us, he probably sounds like Vincent Price. Love you. Mean it. Just like in old Hollywood.